Alright, so this wasn't planned, and I wanted to get out and shoot some photos before my wedding tomorrow, which is the last wedding of the year, and enjoy a camera that I didn't shoot in a while. And basically this one is the camera that started all. Here's everyone, Chris here, welcome back to the channel, and today we're shooting outside. It's again fog, as you can tell. But just because of that, I realized that it's better to go outside and this time chase some people and shoot some street photography. Maybe I'm going to do a little bit of a POV, maybe I'm going to just show you the photos and talk to you a little bit. But today we're shooting the Fujifilm S5Pro, this old ancient dinosaur that didn't die, and I think it's going to hold forever. But it's a brick of a camera, it's huge, it's for me very comfortable to hold in hand because it has an amazing grip, and it also shoots amazing photos. And I'm gonna show you how good this camera is, and for probably around $100, $150, you can get this beautiful camera. On it we have the 50mm f1.8G. This is the nifty 50 of Nikon. It's an autofocus lens that works very well on this one, because if you don't know, the S5 Pro is actually a D200 remodeled by Fujifilm, but it uses pretty much the same internals as the D200, which means it has the F-mount, which means any F-mount lens will basically work very well on this one. So today we're shooting Fujicon, Nikkor, whatever. It's a combination of Fujifilm and Nikon. Let's see how it does. So this camera, it's probably not the best camera for product photography or let's say landscapes, because like I said, the sensor is not super sharp. You can crank the sharpness a little bit, but you won't do much to the photo. The good thing about it is that if you are going into menu, you can see that right here they have all kinds of features like multiple exposure or live view. You also have noise reduction, but the most important one is the film simulations. As you can tell, we have some film simulations here, and I'm gonna try see how this work. I'm gonna get the tone +1, and I'm gonna go back and get the sharpness up to +2. See what we can do with this, because hopefully this will improve a little bit the colors, and maybe we're gonna get something out of it. Alright, so like I said, today we're going for people, not necessarily fall and foliage and beautiful stuff, nature and architecture, but I'm going to shoot a lot of stuff just to prove you that this S5 Pro is a great camera, a camera that you should buy if you want to see how the DSLR era was, and enjoy it, because it does shoot great photos. I am super surprised by the fact that the F5 Pro has a 12 megapixel sensor and the colors are amazing. Now, this sensor is not exactly a 12 megapixel sensor, and it was a huge debate at that time. This is a 6 megapixel sensor interpolated, which means that your images are basically enhanced in camera from 6 megapixels, and the sharpness is not amazing, even if you're cranking the sharpness up in camera, which you can do because it's a Fujifilm camera and you can set up all kinds of stuff. But even if you do that, the images were not going to be super sharp, were not going to be clinically sharp. But I believe that for street photography, or for starting into photography, for learning the composition, learning how to compose your images, learn the fundamentals, the buttons and the dials and what each of those do, I think it's a great camera. So let's see what it can do. Unfortunately, there are not many people around, and it's as expected because it's 10-11 a.m. in the morning and people are working, not slacking like me, because photographers are considered slackers. They don't do anything. They're just, you know, clicking here and there and get some millions of dollars out of it. Well, yeah, that's how it works. I was hoping for more people on the streets because with the fog everything looks amazing. But if we don't have people, we're gonna shoot something else. For example, this beautiful tree. And like I said, this thing has a live view. It's not long, but you can use it. You can set up the live view from the menu. Let's see. Go here, live is shooting in color, and press OK. You can't shoot in live mode, but you can focus. You can it can help you get closer to the image if you're doing all that stuff. But you can shoot, so there you go. I have to wait for it to turn off, and here is the photo. That's not bad. I was hoping for a still water here. The pond is a little bit wavy, but we'll try this reflection right here. And again, I have to go in the menu and shoot the image. And we should have a clean, beautiful reflection. Today is also the garbage day, so all these blue cans are kind of distracting, which makes me think maybe we should shoot the reflection instead of the whole thing. You got the reflection. Yeah. So if I move the camera a little bit, let's find a better composition for that reflection, because I really like the trees in the water. So let's see if we can get the reflection in the photo. I'm not gonna shoot the trees, only the reflection, because it looks interesting. And yeah. Now, it's definitely hard to shoot when you can't shoot basically in live view and you have to switch back to EVF or the OVF and find out what exactly you're composing. But hopefully these photos will look good. We have a lot of colors here. These water plants that I have no idea what they are. They look amazing. I think I took one photo of this last time. So let's do it again. Kind of failed because I don't have any kind of people around, and we're walking pretty much like a mile and a half around here, and it's very quiet. But we can definitely shoot something else and still prove that this camera is great. Now, as you probably noticed, there is a bit of a clunk sound. That is how the shutter used to sound on the DSLRs. And for those of you who are born in the mirrorless era, or you know, the only camera that you own is a mirrorless, well, this is how the DSLR sounds. And this camera has all the functions that you need right here on top. You have the mode dial that you can switch from aperture priority to shutter speed priority to manual to whatever it was that you want to shoot, a program. Also, you have the exposure compensation right here. You have a switch back to lit the display, which is from you know, a Nikon feature that has been transmuted to this camera. Also on this side we have white balance, we have quality, so we can change the quality of our photos. I'm shooting only RAW right now. We also have ISO. I'm shooting ISO 400, and right here underneath, just like the Fujifilm new cameras, the mirrorlesses, they have, let's say, wheel that you can change from single shot to low continuous and high continuous, time, and mirror up. And if you don't know what mirror up is, if I'm pressing the button right now, the mirror goes up. I'm not sure if you heard that. And now if I'm focusing, it's gonna take the photos and the sound is not gonna be the same. There you go. And now if I'm switching back to single shot, you can hear that the sound is a little bit louder because of the mirror clapping up and down. So there you go, mirror up, and avoid shakiness, and there you go. So yeah, this is a nice feature. And also it shoots, like I said, continuous high, which is probably 2.5 frames per second, something like that, 3 frames per second. Let's shoot like a huge panning. I think it was 1.5 frames per second, and you can tell right here the LED that basically shows you how the images are stored. CF card, it's still lit, and it's gonna be lit for a long time, because this camera wasn't meant to shoot sports or fast action. It was an APS-C camera, APS-C sensor that was more like a backup for big cameras like the D700 or full frame cameras that at that time were very popular. Inside we have a CF card, a compact flash, not the CF Express. This is the old one, and I have an 8GB one. This is, I think, the most that this camera can take, 8GB. So I only have 265 photos. I'm not sure if I'm showing you all this in front of the camera, you guys can see, but I can tell you. So I'm basically translating what I'm showing you, because I'm not sure how the Pocket 2 picks up on the screens and everything, especially with these conditions right now. So this was pretty much it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this little outing with this camera and the 50mm f1.8 Nifty 50 from Nikon. Still enjoy old cameras, though they're not probably the best ones. They're not the ones that you know, everyone is talking about, and not the ones that you'll probably buy these days. But if you are thinking about buying one, it's a great option. It's a solid camera, very nice grip, very, let's say, bricky, and very sturdy in hand. And it does have a 12-megapixel sensor, which makes it pretty good even for prints. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Let's keep this channel going, and let's grow it as big as we can, because photography is an amazing thing to have. And even with these old cameras, you can do much, and you can create memories and document, and make your life easier and nicer and funner. A lot of smiles and laughs, and that's it. Yeah. So be safe, stay focused. I'll see you in the next one.